about 10 miles or so from the Capitol Mall, and you will arrive here at Northwest Stadium, just outside of Washington, D.C. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. On the visitor sideline, Giants head coach Brian Dable. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go in our nation's capital. Gets past one man. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And normally when you talk about a quarterback on his third team in as many years, you're worried about this kid's potential. But in this case,
here's a diving catch right side. A huge play there right off the bat. 47 yards.
And the Giants first down.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Right back to Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
an interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Mason's going to get it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And he is not going to get in as the big body stopped him at the run. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They run it with Mason. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
On 4th and goal, here's the option. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Justin Fields. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Giants are on the board here first in the season opener. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message. And the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Brings up second and inches at the 35-yard line.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38.
Love, they go play action now. Got a man, it's Kayshon Boutte. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
That's good for a Washington. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Love. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Love from the gun. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he's going to have the Commanders first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Love looking to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Love now. Same target. It's Jacobs again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Brings up second down at the 19-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They go with Jacobs. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. This is 2nd and 8. fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Fields on the move to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Fields, such an athletic quarterback, gets him to first.
New York. I should probably stop ahead, boy, because I got a lot of hands, boy.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed it.
They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Off play action. Fields. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Giants.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Now Fields. Shakes off the sag. And he's taken down inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Again, 11 on the play. 1st down, Giants.
Out of the gun, Fields. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
1st and goal, New York.
Here's Fields. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Jalen Waddle from 8 yards out. And the Giants go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Commanders, nothing.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. little juke. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing. Love. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
On play action. Love to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. This is Higgins. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Love. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Love. This is Fant on the short completion. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, it's Love. And he is caught. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Jalen Naylor, 27 yards. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Well, now how about this return? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll buy some time right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Running left, Mason. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fields now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
New York.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. On the option left is Fields. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Fields. It's It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now it's Fields. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line. A nice pickup of 17 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
New York.
Jordan Mason taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders' offense and running back Josh Jacobs set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. This is the tight end Fan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Washington 1st down.
Working out of the gun. Love. This is caught by McMillan. And getting this just shy of midfield is spotted at the 49.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Washington Commanders.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's across midfield. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
11 more yards. That's another Washington.
Going back to Love. They'll find McMillan here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Love from the gun. And his hands quickly to Higgins. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Ted McMillan with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And this defense has got to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in this first half that's really giving him fits. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the break. Fields. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Got a man, Boutte. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They will slither by. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and he'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's good for a Washington.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Jacobs again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
McPherson's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold it. Let's get the ball back for us.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking our replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Giants.
Toss play to Mason. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields got a man over the middle, Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. They'll hand it to Mason. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Joey Porter Jr. that time got in there and backs the offense up. Tackle for loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Jalen Waddle, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards.
Washington, first down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Love looking to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brings up third down and 11.
Love now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Giants offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out looking weak. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Noah Gray, 77 yards. And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays out there.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. Level sneak it. And he's going to have the Commanders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it and move forward and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Love. That's taken in by Higgins. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
Love will sneak it. And he's going to have the Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Washington first down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's another Commanders. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Love, they go play action now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Abdul Carter. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Throwing. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Washington Commanders.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. To pass, here's Jordan Love. He's got his big tight end fan. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Love. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Complete to T. Higgins. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw down, here's Love. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Fant, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we're seeing a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people that have big games as well.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
27-yard line.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
21 yards. And a Giants first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He was defended by Julian Blackman.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
14 yards. And the Commanders first down.
Now Love. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45.
It's a
Couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Gets this complete to Buto. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds across midfield at the 48.
From just shy of midfield, Love. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Washington first down.
First down, here's Mitchell. Able to avoid him. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. They'll work from the 36 on second and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Back to throw. Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
6. That's good for a Commanders first down. First and 10 at the
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Now it's Fields.
Second down. At the
Steps away to his left. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulated right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 5-yard gain brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Love. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And the Washington 1st down.
Play fake. Here's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. This is Fant on the short completion. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Love looking to throw it. And this one's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Here's 2nd down and 3.
2nd down at the 8-yard line.
Here's Love. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
They would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now Love. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job one was taken care of. The two-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Looking for Gray, and he's got him. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week one. Here's third down now. And he fends him off. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. All three timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Fields. This is caught by Waddle. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw. Fields. Another catch there for Waddle. And the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. This is 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here comes second down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. All eyes on Fields. On the screen, this is Mason. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Giants win the football game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week one. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Giants, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week one victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.